Welcome to Cat Simplified channel. Today we are going to look at grade 8 digital technology scope or outline, topic outline for term 1. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not done that. Right, the first topic that we are going to look at is a computer, the definition of a computer and different types of computers. So first of all, when we talk about computer, the first keyword is electronic device. A computer is an electronic device that processes data into information. So any device that can process data into what we call the information is called a computer. And computer mainly perform 4 basic tasks. That's the input, processing, storage, and then the output. And examples of portable computers that you must also know. When you talk about portable computers that you can move around. For instance, laptop, you can move your laptop around. You can move your tablet around. And you can also take your smartphone to anywhere. They are called the portable computers. And then we also have non-portable computers. So example of non-portable computers. That is computer that you cannot move around. They are stationed at one point or one place. That's a desktop computer. Right, you cannot move your desktop computer around. You can't take it from home to school. So you must know that. And then now, so that's the types of computer. That's a desktop. They are stationary, powerful, used in mostly offices. And then the laptop, they are portable computer, compact and used for mobility, meaning that you can move it from your house to school and to any place. And then the tablet and smartphone, they are handheld. That means you pocket one, you can move it with it. They also have touch screen. Now, you have to also know the uses of computers. We can use computers in our education for learning, for research, and also businesses. Like when you go to Pick and Pay, they use computers to do businesses. Healthcare, we use computers also there to do various work, to store patients' records and others. All right, you must also know the difference between hardware and then the software. When we talk about hardware, they are referred to the physical part of a computer that you can touch. Example is monitor, keyboard, and then the mouse. And then the software, they are the programs and the operating system that run on the computer. Example of the software, we have Microsoft Office, we have Windows, we have Android as well. Now, you must know that the key difference between hardware and software is that hardware is tangible. Tangible meaning that you can touch it. You can touch or you can feel it. And then the software is intangible. You cannot touch. Cannot be touched. So that's the key difference between hardware and then the software. And then you must also know different hardware components within the computer. Like I said, we start from input, then process, storage, and then the final one is saving it. Right, the first one is input device. Input device allows us to capture or we enter data into the computer. Example is keyboard. If you want to type your work into the computer, you use keyboard. And then we also have mouse, scanner, microphone. They are all input devices. Then we also have some input devices called biometric input devices. They are the one that identifies your biometric features. For example, that are able to read your fingerprint and then your facial recognition. So we call them the biometric input device. And then we also have the output devices. The output devices, they display the information. Example is monitor. monitor displays the information or your touch screen. We also have printer, speaker, and projector. Also, you can say touch screen. Touch screen on your laptop or touch screen on your phone is also output devices. Then we have the storage device. They save your work. After you have done your work, to store it or to save it, you need a storage device. Example is the hard drive, SSD, flash drive, memory card also. So they store your information. Then we also have processing devices. They analyze the data. Examples are CPU, which stands for Central Processing Unit, RAM, which stands for Random Access Memory, and then the ROM, which stands for Read-Only Memory. So the CPU is the main brain of the computer. It's the one that makes the computer function at a faster speed. And then we have the RAM, which is the temporary memory used for active tasks. And then we have read-only memory, which is permanent memory storing essential systems. Now, we also have devices that can act as both input and output. That means you can use it to capture data and you can also display information. Example is touch screen. Touch screen, you can enter data and you can also see whatever that you enter on the screen. Headset is also both input and then output device. Then we have information processing cycle. That one refers to the flow of data in the computer, how the data is converted into information. The first stage is input stage. Like I said, that is where we enter data into the computer. The second stage is the processing, whereby data is processed by the CPU. The third stage is the output, whereby the processed data is displayed on the screen. And lastly, we have the storage. That is where we save the data for future use. Now, we move straight to software. Software is a collection of instructions or programs that enable the computer to perform tasks. In other words, they control both the hardware and allow user interaction. Types of softwares, we have one, system software, which manages the hardware and then the system operations. So example of system software are, one, we have the Windows, which is the operating system, Mac, Linux. We also have Android, iOS. So they are all operating systems. And then we also have application software that does specific tasks. Example is Microsoft Word, web browser, media player, and the rest, or game software. The apps, all the apps that you download from the Play Store, we call them application software. And then we have the utility software, which maintain the performance of the computer. An example is antivirus software, disk cleanup, and the compression software. Like I said, the operating system, they manage both the software and then the hardware. Now, the functions are manage hardware and software, run applications, control file management, and the rest. So you must know the functions of operating system as well. And examples also Windows, Mac, Linux, Android. Right, the last part of the topic outline for this term is the difference between the data and information. We call data as the raw and processed facts like numbers and text, and then the information is the processed data that is meaningful. Example, when you say 85, 85 is data, but 85% in a test, like your CAT test or math test, is information. So that's the difference between the data and information. Or you can say 82, 82 is just data, but when you say 82 degrees, then it is information. Right. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye.